My name is Michelle, and today we're going to be doing a very fast video on factorials. So let's get started. Now, the concept of factorial, I think, is easiest to show with an example. Now, if we wanted to do 5 factorial, you would do 5 exclamation mark. That exclamation mark represents factorial. And this is going to equal 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's all a factorial is. And same thing with 6 factorial. That's just going to be 6 exclamation mark, which equals 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then you just solve that, which we're going to do later in our examples. Now moving on to possibly the most important part about factorials, simplifying them. So again, this is easiest to show with an example. Say we had 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. And let's just expand them out. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 divided by 2 times 1. And notice how the 2 times 1 are going to cancel out, leaving you with 5 times 4 times 3. Alternatively, another way to write this is going to be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial over 2 factorial. And then you would still simplify it out like that. Alright, let's move on to some examples. Example A is 3 factorial. 3 factorial is going to be 3 times 2 times 1. And well, this is really just 3 times 2, which we know equals 6. So that will be our final answer. Example B is 5 factorial. So that is going to be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which you can put in the calculator or you can solve by hand, but that equals 120. Next, on to some simplifying problems. Example C, we have 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial. So let's expand them out. So we have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial over 3 factorial. And those 3 factorials are going to cancel out. And we will be left with 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, which you can solve or stick in a calculator, and it's going to equal 840. Oops, forgot to circle the last one. Alright, and finally, example D. We have 4 factorial over 2 factorial times 3 factorial. So let's expand it out for factorial. We have 4 times 3 factorial over 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1 times 3 factorial. Well, we know that 3 factorial is going to cancel out. And that's essentially going to leave us with 4 divided by 2, which just equals 2. Yeah, so that is all I have for this lesson. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something today and have a wonderful day.